good friends Dee and Ross, as well as CE, are gay. Together, they perform satanic rituals, which are essentially CIA mind control techniques on their own family members, children, and so on. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever you call your days. Go ahead, he's a member of the group known as the Boule. A division of the Illuminati is the Boule. Alright, the FBI are searching P. Diddy because they have proof that Gan deal existed, and Cassie informed them of how he obtained the security tape from the location where everything took place. The video surfaced showing former soarer and adult movie star Jonathan Oddi telling the police during an interrogation that he participated in freak-offs with Diddy and Cassie, and that these freak-offs were actually Illuminati rituals made the Diddy fall even more bizarre than anyone could have imagined. What's even more bizarre is that this interrogation took place back in 2018, which means that it was 5 years before Cassie filed her lawsuit, and yet a lot of what Jonathan Oddi said back then matches Cassie's allegations. But that's not all. During Diddy's questioning, AI made a number of other outrageous accusations about him, including that he was a member of the Illuminati's black section or the Boule, that he kept Diddy as an ex-slave and paid him a large sum of money to be silent, and much more. By the way, this interview happened soon after Oddi was engaged in a shooting incident at Donald Trump's Florida golf course and Doro Hotel. Although he was charged and taken into custody, no one is aware of his current whereabouts. The story is becoming more complicated, so let's break it down. When I was with Cassie and Scene, he would essentially instruct me what to do with Cassie. They would chat a lot on the phone, on the TV, and with speakers, and I felt like a slave. Now, to give you some history, social media users discovered the 2018 interrogation tape of former employee Jonathan Oddi, in which he essentially confirmed what Cassie claimed in her complaint. This is how the Diddy scenario took yet another bizarre turn. Regarding the May 2018 gunshot incident involving Donald Trump at Doral, Jonathan Oddi was being questioned. According to the Miami Herald, Jonathan is the individual who opened fire on police officers at the Trump National Doral Miami Golf Club in South Florida. Harold Jonathan, a South African by birth, got into a gunfight and was pursued by the police as he yelled obscenities against Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and the strange rapper P. Diddy. Jonathan was transported to the hospital after being shot in the legs by a police officer. He was then charged with multiple counts of attempting to kill law enforcement officers. According to the police, he then engaged in gunfire with the responding officers, who shot him in the legs and sent him to the hospital. In addition to the unarmed security guard, there were, I believe, more than 2-on-2 uniform officers, who also made threats to kill. Now, the connection between Diddy and this story gets even more intriguing. According to a report by the Daily Mail, Jonathan AI worked as a stripper in adult films and as an actor for the website Dancing Bear, which posts videos of women performing on men dressed as plush bears, prior to being arrested for the shooting incident. And as you undoubtedly recall, Cassie disclosed in her lawsuit that Diddy made her participate in freak shows with male employees and required them to all wear masks. However, things became even more bizarre when a video of Jonathan's questioning appeared online, and he made a number of startling accusations about Diddy, claiming that Diddy kept him as his slave. These are the main things Jonathan mentioned in his interrogation about Diddy. First, he mentioned that Diddy sent Ross, as in Rick Ross, to silence him. Granted, some of the things Jonathan told investigators sound a little out there, but people are now saying that Diddy drove Jonathan crazy with all the drugs he had him take during freak-offs. Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Diddy are all homosexual, Ross says. Good buddies, okay? They're gay who both did, and Ross and C they're gay, okay DJ. Okay, Rick Ross and P. Diddy, they're all gay. Yeah, got you. He continues by discussing his various personal relationships with Cassie and Diddy, and how Cassie and Diddy would be watched and recorded by Diddy in our interactions. Cassie and Scene essentially told me what to do with Cassie. After around 15 interactions, I learned that Jonathan also asserted that these freaks are really part of rituals, claiming that the Illuminati bond oversaw blood sacrifices and mind control in these rites. And then he brought up the Bohemian Grove, a strict campground in Monterey, California, that is home to a private gentleman's club known as the Bohemian Club. Every year in the middle of July, Bohemian Grove hosts a covert 2-day retreat that attracts some of the most well-known men in the world, including business leaders, government officials, musicians, and artists. They use satanic ritual, which is essentially CIA mind control tactics on their own family members, children, and so on. As a result, they unite with one another and carry out animal murders, blood sacrifices, and other activities in the Bohemian Grove. Alright, the Bohemian grows the bushes there. When questioned about how he learned about this, Jonathan said he got the information from Diddy. He also said that Diddy belongs to a group known as the Boule, or Black Illuminati, and that he has connections to the political elites through his attorneys Mark Jogos and Ben Mellis. I would like to know how you know this too. How do I know this? Cian Coles, also known as Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, is a member of the Boule, a branch of the Luminar organization. The Boule is a group of black people. Since I'm from Africa, I don't identify as racist. I had a settlement with Sean, and he is a part of that agenda, which is why he is so well known and they get all the contracts. Jonathan may not seem to be fully present in this video, but he wasn't lying about these attorneys when Diddy received the BET Lifetime Achievement Award the previous year. It's officially season turn. During Jonathan A's interrogation, he revealed that he overheard a lot of Diddy's conversations with his business partners before and after those freak-off sessions. It's interesting to note that Diddy shouted out Kenny Mellis immediately after he thanked his friend and former Bad Boy president Herr Pierre, who was recently named in a new lawsuit against Diddy as one of 3 men who allegedly trafficked and essayed a 17-year-old girl. I got to thank my brother Herr Pierre Kenny Misales my lawyer, according to this Variety article. Diddy and his ex Jennifer Lopez played matchmaker for Kenny Mellis and his wife Beth back in 2000, so their friendship goes back decades. He further said that Diddy had given him an STD. Following this, they allegedly settled a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had about 15 encounters and heard a lot of business because they would have seen talk a lot on the phone and on TV with speakers and other things, and I would be like, okay, that's what I was. Like a slave, okay for them, that's what I was. That's all right. I caught here's additionally. Jonathan stated that despite Diddy's attorney's original demand that he deliver the tape as part of the settlement, he had a recording of one of the freak-off sessions. He stated that he could most likely still make a replica. His attorneys were Mark Eros and Ben Mees, and my attorney was Christopher Leons. They requested me to give in the video footage, which I did, and they returned it to Exent. Since I may have thrown everything away, I might be able to provide a duplicate. Jonathan further connected the dots between Diddy's employers, Kenny and Ben Mess, and Michael Jackson, asserting that Ben was responsible for Michael's purported death due to publication rights. Ben Mears, a member of the Mess family, works with Mark Gabos, who happens to be Michael Jackson's attorney in Los Angeles. Yes, he did drop Michael, and they said that he was responsible for their allegations because they kept the music royalties. Michael made $860 million in 2017 alone, and those are the people who keep the music companies that represent American media and entertainment, the majority of which are M-stars. Kenny Mercedes, a grand man right about the time that this questioning appeared again amid Diddy's recent scandal, news broke that the FBI raided his residence after he fled to London in order to avoid the attention of the media. Mercedes, she out of New York, okay? There is no information available online about what happened to Jonathan Oddi after he was charged over the 2018 shooting incident. All of the articles that mention the event are from 2018, and while these articles confirm that Jonathan was formally charged, it's unclear whether he was sentenced or where he is now. Fans are now saying that this Jonathan AI confession is a huge deal, because he said all of this 5 years before Cassie filed her lawsuit, and a lot of the things he mentioned match her allegations. However, these reports haven't been verified, and if they are, they certainly wouldn't announce it. But wait, there's more. On December 15, a website called funeralbitsmemorial.com published an obituary for Jonathan Oddi, a resident of Doral, Florida. This was just a few days after several celebrity blogs revealed Jonathan's relationship with Diddy, but the post appears very shady and provides no details about the time, place, or manner of the alleged death. Regardless of whether Jonathan AI was telling the truth during his interrogation, the lack of information about what happened to him after he was charged over that shooting incident is just crazy, and some people on social media are claiming he's still in jail. However, there are no reliable media outlets where this information can be verified. In any case, fans have expressed their opinions on it all. I think Jonathan Oddi told the truth about Diddy and Cassie because their lawyers are strong and well-connected. Comment below with your thoughts on everything Jonathan AI said during this interrogation, and let us know what you think happened to him after. Diddy was expelled from the fraternity after suing Dijo, and another individual added that people like this always come up missing. This what happens when you find out too much information.